Well, there must be probably better ways of earning a living, but enjoying afternoon tea in the lounge of the most expensive hotel in the city must be high upon the list. It makes a change from having to hang around street corners or being sealed in a Ford Ka when doing a surveillance job. Such is the lot of a private detective. I'm Sam Smart, by the way, of the detective agency that carries the same name, on the account of the fact that there is only me. I don't have a sidekick to do all the legwork, which is a pity because one of my legs doesn't work at all well. It was that reason that I retired from the police force as early as the pension regulations would allow, and decided to keep my hand in as far as lightweight investigatory stuff goes. You know, missing persons, debt collecting, matrimonial disputes, that kind of thing. Having said that, my current undercover role doesn't fall into any of those categories, as it happens. It's a surveillance, I suppose, but in a different kind of way. Usually I'm instructed by a client to keep tabs on someone else. In this case, my client wants me to keep tabs on him. He's got a room here and he's in there now. I spoke to him on the phone about half an hour ago and he filled me on the details, which began with a letter that had been put through the letterbox of my office overnight. I know it was overnight because it was hand delivered. It was waiting for me on the mat when I opened it up at 8 o'clock this morning. It was marked for the personal attention of Sam Smart, urgent. Dear Mr. Smart, I hope you don't mind, but whilst I am not in the position to meet you in person, I would like to commission you to take on some surveillance work later today for a period of about 4 hours. I'm enclosing £100 as a down payment towards your eventual fee, whatever that sum happens to be, with a balance payable immediately after the task has been completed. £100 as a down payment on an open-ended price for me to determine. That sounded rather too good to be true. I'll be in the foyer of the Imperial Hotel in the city centre at 3 p.m. today. Afternoon tea will be waiting for you. I will leave the hotel at precisely 3:30 p.m. And whilst I will not engage with you in any way, I would like you to keep me within sight with me for the rest of the afternoon. I hope these instructions are clear enough. Finally, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of you not having any verbal or physical contact with me. During the course of the surveillance period, I am enclosing a photograph of me in clothes that I will be wearing this afternoon. Thank you for your invaluable insistence. Signed, a grateful client. It's now 3:25. Here I am. Armed with a photograph of a client that I've never met. I'm watching him and waiting for him to make an appearance. Oh, hi, sweetheart.
Darling, not working too hard, I hope.
I'll tell you about it when I get home.
Yeah, that's why I'm ringing. I've only got a few minutes between lectures, so I can't be long. You haven't forgotten about our special candlelit dinner tonight, have you?
How could I possibly forget that?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put it past you to get so engrossed in a job you'd forget that we've got a date.
So, you know me so well.
Yeah, after 30 years of marriage, I've gained a bit of information about you, that's for sure.
I did offer you a job when I started that business. I think you'd make a good number 2.
Well, trying to discover the way that the minds of these university students work, well, that's enough of a challenge for me, thank you.
Oh, sorry, sweetheart. I've got to go. See you later. The reason I had to end the call was because my client is now making his way down the hotel and reaching the revolving door. It's the first time I've had a Really rely on the looks of a mail order catalogue. Photograph to identify who I'm supposed to be following. Luckily, that trilby shouldn't be too hard to spot from a distance. Okay, well, I'm outside the hotel. There he is, thankfully moving quite slowly. I suppose he wants to reassure himself that I'm within sight of him. That's not as easy as it sounds to spot someone who's 50 yards away or in a crowded shopping street. My man has taken a left at the traffic lights. Best push up the pace a bit so I don't lose him around the corner. Bugger you, leg. Move, will you? Ah, there he is. He stopped to pick up a free newspaper, probably on purpose. He can't know for sure that I'm still with him, but I am because I am a professional. Off he goes again. He's crossing the road. Oh, shit, why don't you use the pedestrian crossing a bit further up? Now, I'm going to have to do the same. Oh, lost. Yes, I know. Glad to see you've got a fully functional finger there. I wish I could say the same about my leg. Oh, where is he now? Oh, yes, he's taken the side road. It should be a bit quieter down there. It leads to a block of posh flats, I think. Yeah, I was right. A converted office block. Part of the city's regeneration scheme to get more people into the commercial areas. It's all home working these days, since we had the coronavirus outbreak a couple of years ago. He's going into the block of flats. He's got a security guard in the lobby, so I can't follow him. Now, what do I do? Wait out here, I suppose. Oh, there's a bench over there in the shade. That will do me. What time is it? Oh, coming up to 4 p.m. Maximum of 4 hours, he said. Well, that takes us up to 7 p.m. It's cutting it fine, but we'll make it. What can go wrong? 6:30. Bugger. I'm beginning to get piles sitting in this bench. I may have stuffed myself with cake and Earl Grey, but I wish I'd picked some emergency rations. I could kill for a Twix and a latte right now. Oh, it's him. He smartened himself up a bit, but it's him all right. Tweed jacket, a bow tie, grey trousers. Lovely colour conversation, I don't think. Wouldn't find that in any mail order catalogue I've seen. Well, brain to legs. Time to move. That means both of you. Here we go again. So where's he off to? He's turned right at the bottom of the road. He's picking up the pace now. I should do this more often. Walk at a reasonable speed, I mean. When I got to my 60th birthday, I said I'd go down to the gym at least once or twice a week. The closest I got to that was going with Jim, another ex-copper, but only as far as the pub at the end of our road. We spent an hour in the duck picking up bones of the criminals who we put away, which is much more satisfying than picking over the bones of the victims that got in their way. Come to think of it, we're not that far from the Dog and Duck. Well, it's about half a mile from here. It's on the other side of the street, though. Hold up. He's crossing over. I better do the same. Wouldn't it be weird if he was heading towards the Dog and Duck? It's where we were going to end up. I could have suggested I meet him there. No, he's not going into the pub. He's turning into Regent Road. That's where we live. He's not meeting someone here, is he? Surely not. 24, 26, 28. Ha, we live a few doors up at number 46. 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 40. He's not, is he? He is, you know. He's turning into our drive. What the hell is going on? You ring the bell. No, knock on the door. What the? He's only got a bloody key to our house. I'm not having this. Come on, you bastard leg. Don't seize up on me now. I'm on the doorstep. The door's open. What's going on? I slowly push the door and step into the hallway. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. My client, complete with his bow tie and tweed jacket, has a glass of bubbly in his hand, and my wife Jessica is standing beside him, also sipping a glass of fizz.
Oh, there you are, Sam. Right on time. Oh, you haven't, Malcolm, have you? From my colleague lecturers at the university. It was his idea to make sure you arrived home on time, pretending to be a paying client. Oh, it was my £100, by the way. Happy anniversary, darling.